Who do I have here? Okay, guys. Okay. All right, guys. I'm happy to be here, and at least Sunday, anyways. Oh Jesus! But it's quite, it's quite cool. It's cool. All right, guys. Okay. Welcome. I welcome every single personality here. I welcome every single unique personality here, and the fact that you joined is really regarded and is not taken for granted. And mind you, you're not gonna waste your time. Everything you're going to be saying is going to be benefiting you, and it's going to help you. If you're a young adult, if you're a young kid, if you're a teenager, grab yourself very tight because you're on the wrong or you're the right in the right moment. Alright guys, so planning on joining. People are still joining, people are still planning on joining, people are still thinking of joining. So I think okay, before we get into the main day, maybe some people get to join alongside. I think so. That's for that. Okay, guys. I think let me just quickly introduce myself before we get into what we have today. Alright, so I'm here graphics by name, and our goal or whatever objective is very, very simple and it's very, very clear. It's just that our goal is just more like to help our young youth, young adults, upcoming teenagers, upcoming youth in school, out from school, still planning to enter in school, to shape their paths, to guide them, to make them see things in a way that an average student is not seeing, to help them think about their lives and to help them check more like they are going to be conscious and intentional about whatever they are doing. They're not going to live their life recklessly, or let's say they're not going to make some mistakes that let's just say other people did or made. So it's just more like it's going to guide their path on that. So that's for that, and it's just more like objective, and so I just call it cool. Just it's just anything about that angle, and just anything that has to do with that area. So that's just for that. And the essence, or let's say or the reason for making every single thing or making here is actually to help them on that part and to help them see the reasons and why it's necessary they or start considering it, or why it's necessary they should take that part. Because if you neglect it, since nobody is talking about it, and the key not talking about it is eating up, or let us is affecting our youth more, and affecting them more, I mean, when they are not being taught on how to make plans. Because school actually falsely school is not doing that, and because school is not doing that, it's left for them to fetch it out or fish it out, or even actually look for a possible way to fix that, so all by themselves. Now if they don't have the necessary skills, because it's said that life its own has a skill, and skill is what makes you win. Now when you're not skillful, okay, at first if you're not skillful in something, you hardly get that thing done, or you hardly succeed in that. So this is more like equipping you skillfully when it has to do with life, what it really means, how it can affect you as a student, the necessary things you should have in mind and expect before you are from school, the necessary things, or how you should how you should structure your mind and start seeing things. Now it helps. I am seeing you. All right, that's for that. So just drop anything. It's being not taken for granted. So the necessary things, or let's say the way you're going to be seeing things, is going to be different from or from our view, or let's just say we're trying to make it different, because you're not going to just be a student, but you're going to think well, you're going to act fast. Now acting fast in what we're saying is just more like you starting to align these things to your life. You just, for instance, you just like a student that in school, maybe you just start considering learning a skill or starting up a small business. Mind you, government is not going to employ every single person, and a lot of youth students don't like hearing this, but that's just the fact. The fact that you graduated with a good results. Now, a lot of people, or let's say a lot of youth, is having it, and it's very, very strong in their mind. If they should graduate with a good result, they are automatically getting a work. This is a wrong motive, or let's just say wrong thing, and at some point it fails. Now when it fails, if such student has such, totally without having any support system, without beckoning on any other thing, just having a certificate oriented mindset, it's gonna help me. Now when such students feel in getting work, when such students feel in using that result in getting a survival system, a kind of that he or she is going to be frustrated because he or she plans has failed. Have you seen how our young vital youths can be stranded or frustrated in life? Now such student is going to be left with nothing. Such student, even if government fails to employ, is going to rule that student's life. So this is where and how we come in, by letting you know that you depending on your certificate as a young adult, as a young youth, is totally wrong, and it has a very great risk. Like you can't afford to. So that is the essence of making this stream, and we will love you or like to see you for or feel frustrated, because it's like it's as well frustrating. Just imagine when you spend some years and some resources somewhere studying, and after the end of some years you're gonna issue a certificate and you were not able to get work or even survive with the certificate. You should imagine how such students in that position will feel. It's gonna feel like hell. So that is it, and that is what we're putting our push, like we're making our possible best to actually help students on that part. And doing that, it's that's our more like utmost priority. We prioritize that most, that our young adults are going to also. And again, that's saying that they are saying school is a scam. This is actually what is causing it, because you won't tell me that a student that graduated, that wasted, let me just say, 7 years of his or her life. Now let's check it this way: that wasted 7 years, resources as well, a lot of things were involved in that schooling. Now such students feel okay, such student was just relying on certificates, relying on certificates. Actually the student, let's assume that he or she came out with a very good grade, but government fails to employ, or he was rejected multiple times. Have you seen it? Now a novice, or let's just say an illiterate person, is going to be like, you that went to school, you're still suffering with us, you're still jobless with us. Do you get that? Now it not increase that thing, that school is a scam, because they are still or thinking that there is no benefits in that. Moreover, is a kind of, when a young adult that went to school fails to utilize his or her time well, when he or she fails to manage time and get things in his or her head, and how things should be do, how should go about it, he or she is going to just come out, and when things clash, or let's just say when life hits such student, everything is going to fall drastically, and it now increase that saying that they will just be like, omo, this thing, there's no gain in that. So that is what is triggering it, that is what is causing that saying. And if not to eliminate it totally, we're a kind of trying to eliminate it by teaching our young adults the necessary things, details, what it looks like, how they should start preparing, what things that they are gonna fix, because it's more like life. We said is a course on its own, and is a very broad course that nobody is even caring. Now just imagine you're still in school, maybe during exams, during stuff like, they're going to be alert, like they're going to inform you guys, bro, test is this week, exams are coming soon. But in real life, nobody's going to wake you up. If you like, sleep away your 24 hours. Have you seen it? So this is why outside life is very critical and very, very brutal. You're not prepared. If you're not prepared as a young adult, you're going to mess away. That is your see. Now you're not going to, if you take the same life that you lived in school out from the university and face to the world, oh my god, it's not actually going to be funny. So this is how and where we come in by enlightening this. So that's more like an objective. So that's for that. And mind you, today is Sunday, and we have something, a kind of something, everything that we're doing there is not a gift. So we're not giving you a gift, but we're a kind of helping you think like a pro. I don't know. Let me just put think like a pro, but it's just to help our young adults. So everything we're going to be saying here is gonna make So that's it. We're not here to waste your time or anything. So let's get into the main thing. At first, I think the last topic we treated, that was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, and it was before then we embarked on something like 30 days student challenge, and our goal there, or let's just say what we're trying to achieve there, we're just trying to let our youth adults know that it's possible that you can be a student and still have business knowledge. You can be a student and still handle small business while you're still in school. But it's more like a skill, a small business, light ones that you can actually merge up with, that is not going to help, or let's just say shift away your studying life, or it's just more like something that you're going to balance. And on that stream, that was yesterday, on that stream we it kind of break it down how you can equally do that in a way that is not going to affect. So that's just the more, or what's the opposite side. We bring out the issue, then we provide a solution out of it. So it was more like a student starting up a business, and we gave some illustrations how it can equally build. And we were saying there, some students are being like, I will start up a business when I'm out. And we said it's not always advisable, because when you're out, a lot of things can cause a lot to happen. Things can change, your plans may clash, and it's going to affect you. And starting up a business as well in school is a great advantage. Part of what we said on yesterday's section, that it helps. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes then and correct it before you are from school. And also it gives you room to grow. Mind you, on the university, and it's more like you're going to meet newer people, and anything you're starting up there, once is valuable and students are needing it, you're going to excel and blossom. So that is why we made mention of starting up something while you're still in school. And and we said, don't get me wrong, I don't mean something that you're going to start being there 24 hours and it's going to affect your life, affect your academics. No, no. And it's going to make you get low grades. No, because it's just more like we're going to bring anything we're teaching is from a view, like a student view, because we're actually referring to students. And we're more like helping them, like it's going to actually guide their path well, so that they are not going to, one is not going to, or they are not going to prioritize one more than the other. So that's for it, guys. So I don't know if the topic interests you. Maybe after this session, you will just after this session, just check on it, and maybe you get to watch. But that's cool. Okay, let's get into what's up today. We have something today. We have something today. Oh my god! Oh my god! Well, I'll just rush you. So if you can comprehend, I'll give you a thumbs up. But if you feel like jotting, because it's there will be a time you get to pen something that you can equally get your pin. But if you can still comprehend, that's perfectly well. Okay, if we were to talk about what we really have today, let's open our dictionary, our library. Let's open our library. Okay, if we're talking about what we have today, just more like why talent alone feels. If you check our thumbnails, I think that is what you have there. Why talent alone feels. Now, what we're going to be covering here now is more like, at first, I'm going to prescribe what is talent and how people get it. Let it not look like spiritual something. So it's more like breaking down. Do you get? Now, remind you, today's topic is why talent feels. And I said, after today's section, what you're expected. It's just like when you're about to read the textbook, or let's just say when you're about to read the section, they'll be like, what student is expected to gain, stuff like that. So that is just more like what I'm saying. You're going to actually know what is talent, how it feels, and what even costs it. You get it now. So just if you're already seated already, just stick tight. Let's get into what we have today. Okay, at first, I let me welcome you back, because this is more like a new section now. Let me welcome you back. If you're seated, the fact that you joined is not taken for granted. I really got that, and I'll give you a thumbs up for that. So every here is not taken for granted. Alright, guys. So if we were to enter into, I said, why talent alone feels. Now you're going to be knowing what is talent at first. If okay, everybody, if was to just ask what is talent, it's not like spiritual something most times. Okay, let me just come let me just bring it in details, or let's just say that view. Yeah, I'm seeing you, I'm seeing you, I'm giving you a thumbs up. It's not taken for granted. Just drop any message, we'll get to reply you. Okay, at first, what is talent? Talent is more like, it's just more like a gift. Now, a primary view of talent is just more like a gift. When someone can do something or outperform more than other people in a certain thing, or in doing a particular thing, he's gonna assume that such person is talented on that particular thing. Now, what's the reason? Why? Is because the person, maybe, sorry guys, maybe the person gets it right perfectly well, or the person gets it done within a specific period of time, or the person is going to do it more efficiently and perfectly well, maybe without even practicing or even without learning it. So such acts or such practices can be called talent. Do you get that? That I say talent is more like a situation where one can do something. It's just like it has to do with something perfectly well, and most times without learning it or doing it outperforming more than every other person. Such art or such activity can be seen as talent, or such person can be called a talented person. Okay, and it's going to, I don't know, I don't intend to confuse you now. Such, okay, we said it's going to, it's just more like talent, and our matter is just like how, okay, why it feels. That is it, I'm coming to that. Okay, I just give you more like a view of what talent looks like, so that if you see talent going out tomorrow, you can identify, oh my, this is talent. So that's for that. So okay, at first, okay, I said why talent feels. I just I just more like giving you the definition of talent. Okay, and what we are talking about today, just why talent alone feels. Now, from our view, we are seeing that talent is more like an innate something, something that you did not struggle to get, something that is more like inbuilt. You can just easily do it and still do it more than everybody. So that is more like talent, and this talent is very dangerous. Very dangerous. Now let me. And what I mean by is dangerous is just more like such, when a student, when anybody is talented, he or she is going to, like, he or she is a kind of, saying everybody, but most times such person is going to be like, since I can do this more than everybody, there is no need to improve, there is no need to stretch my in learning, there is no need to, I don't know, like, go for practices. Okay, now let me just use for illustration so that you get me. Just like a singer, someone that is singing, maybe two students are singing. Let me just be using student because you automatically referring to students. So just like students are singing, or two students. Okay, let's say two students are acting. Now student A can sing well. Student A is talented. Let's say his or her lineage, or let's say generation can sing. So it's more like he or she inherited it. So well, let's just assume that such student is talented. So let's say the student A is talented. He or she can sing and maybe stretch his or her words now. So, and maybe during the practices and learning, such students is going to be, since I can sing, there's no need of stressing myself. Since I can sing, the idea of coming out to please. Have you seen it now? From that, from that view, or let's just say from that act, like, such student is more like stopping to practice. He or she is not enhancing the skill. He or she is not getting to, like, getting to know better on that. Have you seen it? Moreover, student B, let's say student B is not talented. He or she is the, and because he or she actually wants to sing, he or she is now is going to undergo some practices, going to pay some price, maybe with time and learning. And thank you. This is where that saying that talent beats hard work beats talent when talent fails to work out. What I'm just about to say, just a typical example of that. Now, it's just more like When student A that is talented is not improving, he or she doesn't see the reason to improve because he or she feels that he has arrived or she has arrived, he has what it takes. Now, now student B that is not talented is practicing, struggling, stretching his or her voice, singing, and doing some what's it called, voice reset, stuff like that, and now process in actually knowing how to sing. So doing some stuff like that. Now they'll get it will get to a point where student B that is not talented is going to outperform student A. Reason is because student A that is talented fails to be practicing, fails to be or what's it called, enhancing his or her skill on that area. Now that is how hard work can be talent. Now he or she is talented but not hardworking, not practicing, not making it, or not seeing practicing or improving as a necessary thing. Now he or she feels reluctant. Now the student B now outperformed more than the person, more than student A. So that's just how hard work can be talent on that. So that's for that, and it's just more like running around the topic. So you're more like getting into the main stuff now. Okay, at first, talent can create pride. Now, mind you, we're talking about ways or how talents can feel, because at first, many students feel that this talent we're talking about, once they have it, once they feel they have it, they are, or everything is okay. But here, we're telling you that it can feel, is even more, is it like it is very very dangerous. It can feel talent alone. And we said why talent, okay, at first we said talent can create pride. Mind you, this will say here just more like things that can make a talented person feel, even with or your inheritance and talent, like your talented inheritances, let's just put it that way, you're gonna still feel. Now you asking how, so that's what I'm to say now. At first we are talking about talent creates pride. Now it creates pride in the sense of you're not seeing the need to improve, you're not going to see the need to learn. It's just like a student that is naturally intelligent, a student that can do well in a particular subject literally without even struggling more, a student that can excel even when he or she didn't study. Now it creates pride. Do you get that he or she is not going to improve in studying? He or she will be saying, I'll read the day, or that are reading, or he or she's still, what's it called? He or she will still outperform other people. In such case, pride has started entering, and once pride started entering, something is about to spoil. So when he or she when pride started getting or infusing to that student's life by not seeing the reason to practice more, by not seeing learning as a necessary thing again, he or she is going to be falling. It's just like when you think that you have arrived, when once you realize or feel that you have arrived, you have already started falling. Or when you feel that you have it all, you have already started declining. So this is just saying that every single person here needs to get into your mentals, because okay, it's just like even if you know a particular thing, when you feel to improve it more, when you feel that there's no necessity to or strive more on that, you have already started feeling. Now this is just fast. Okay, now it's just like when you're learning a skill. Okay, I'm a graphic designer. Maybe let me just use myself for instance. Now I think or I've overheard some people saying this our work. I don't know. Let me just put it that way. Okay, okay, let me just be specific. Uh, Designing, or let's just say computer is more like if you leave it, it leaves you. Do you get that? So it's more like when you stop doing something, when you stop enhancing your skill and or your skill on a particular thing, you're already falling, like you're already losing the knowledge. So this is how it is to talent. You having a talent, you being talented is not enough. There's every necessity to improve it. Now this is why it feels, and by people having it, the pride to learn, the pride to enhance it more is going to be there, and by showing they have started feeling already without them even knowing. Have you seen it? So this is just a way that talent can feel, and oh my god, we don't want our students to experience that. That is for that. So I think okay, that's for pride. Okay, talent can make you lazy. How now? How? Now you ask, or how can talent make one lazy? Now it's going to make you lazy. You're not going to feel the need. I can sing that there's no necessary of me practicing. I can pass my exams without me reading. Let me just go and sleep. There's no there's no necessity of me reading. Have you seen it? This is how talent can make a student, a young adult, and a youth lazy. He or she is not going to think or feel it's still necessary to read. It's still necessary to learn. It's still necessary to enhance a particular skill. It's still necessary to search more ways to figure something out. So this is how it makes lazy. And making lazy, oh my god, you've already started losing it. So this is how, or let's just say typical example. Now let me give you an illustration so that you get how talent can make one lazy. It's just like okay, some students maybe okay, like, let me still use students, just like in the university where two students are in a particular department, maybe one 1 hour, 2 hours every day reading, and the other feels and think that he or she is talented. He or she is going to be like reading 2 days to exam, a day to exam. Now, such person is not already lazy. This is how talent can make one lazy. Such person at that stage point in time is already lazy because he or she having that consciousness and being intentional, he already knows it gives a kind of a relaxed, what's it called, it makes such students adults relaxed. Now that relaxation, that stage, or that what's it called, like just that moment, or let's just say that stage of relaxing is a kind of laziness, like he or she is already lazy on that. So that is how, and a typical example on how talent can make one lazy, and this is not what we for our young adults. Now if you're talented, or you know someone that is talented, just better tell them small, because once you feel that you have arrived, once you feel that you have it all, that is a sign that you have started failing. Because when you stop improving on something, you are dying on that. Just like when you any day you stop reading, just stuff like that. So that's for that. And I think we have some other reasons why talent alone feels okay. Talent can make you overconfidence. Why? As how now? As how now? Can ask as how now? Follow me and shout as how now. Very good. Okay. I said talent can. What did I say again? Talent can make you overconfidence. And I was saying, follow me and ask, follow me and shout as how now. Okay, talent can make you overconfidence when you feel that you know something, when you feel that there's no need of you enhancing on something, when you feel that you have it all. You're going to be, it creates this feeling, what is it called, feeling that you be boss, stuff like that. I'm just trying to make it I'm just trying to bring it down. It creates this subconscious mind that you're strong, you're confident. Now, and we were talking about not even normal confidence, overconfidence, and anything over, I think it has over result as well. So talent can make you overconfidence. You can still ask how. Okay, now just like when at first, mind you, you're not enhancing again. That is pride. And on that note, you're still having the confidence that you can still outperform other people. So that is why we say talent alone can ruin your life. That is just as much as it is as a gift, or let's just say as gifted as talent is, it also have a bad side. So it's when you don't when you feel in all these parts, or when you feel or think that is no, or it's not important to actually develop it. So this is how or way is gonna of that or your part. So but that's not what we want. I was saying a talent can make a student overconfidence. Now overconfidence will mean just like he or she is just going to be confident that if I enter exam I'm going to pass, I'm going to shut everywhere down. Have you seen that kind of mentality? Have you seen such today? I don't know. Me, I've seen, no, I've seen. So I'm not surprised. They're going to be like, once I enter there, I'm going to outperform everybody. Once it's my turn to sing, oh my god, everybody is going to applaud for me. Once it's my turn to do a particular thing, I'm going to do it excellently and efficiently well. So this is more like overconfidence. And he said that overconfidence without preparation, it leads to embarrassment. Did you get that? Let me repeat. Overconfidence without preparation, it leads to embarrassment. Now it leads to embarrassment just like when you're confident and you're not improving in a particular thing. When your confidence without preparation, when your confidence without preparing on a particular thing. Now maybe you are about to make a speech. Let me give an instance so that you get it. Just like when you're about to make a speech, instead of you preparing, getting yourself into what you're going to say, or getting things that you're going to say into your brain and getting them stuck, you're going to feel relaxed and be like, I'm confident, I can do it. And on that view, from on that note, you're going to actually feel on the stage. Now it's more like an embarrassment. Have you seen it? So without preparation, it's an embarrassment, and with preparation, like, you're going to really excel. So that's for that, guys. So I think we also have okay. Talent can reduce efforts. Talent can reduce efforts. How? As how now? Still shut as how now? Oh my god. Oh my god. Think calm down now. Okay. Talent can reduce efforts. Now still shout as how now. Let me explain. Okay, it can reduce efforts in the sense of what's it called. You're not going to ah press more, you're not going to seek for more appropriate way to get it done, you're not going to push more. There is always a pushing, but when you feel to push, when you feel to strike, when you feel to resilience, when you feel to pressure more, they will tell you mount pressure. When you fail to mount pressure, like, it's going to you're not going to break out. More like violence can reduce effort, you increase your effort. And we were saying in this sense that effort itself creates a lot of things. Efforts, when you apply effort, or let's say actually work on something, like, it creates results. Effort is more like result oriented. Now when you give yourself to something, when you undergo a particular thing, when you undergo something and get it done, it's more like you applied effort and you're actually getting a result oriented. And it's just something that any young adult, any young youth will not just do, or do without. So that's for that. And under that note, I think we still have something small. Real Nigerian school examples. Now I think these more like examples, and where I'm going to be giving a lot of examples and illustrations. So okay, real Nigeria's example. Just like when we have a student A, okay, still in school, and he or she feels that maybe uh reading, or let's say studying, is not important because he or she can pass. He or she, okay, just like, okay, let me use this example. Just like when you're in secondary school, okay, so some talented people, the talent is just more like innate something, and maybe you get to realize it maybe in primary school or in secondary school. Okay, I was talking about real life students example, and when it has to do with talent and feeling. Now we were talking about from secondary school. Have you seen, or have you, like, just is more like common stuff, like most times, or me, I've seen as so, just like somebody that is actually doing well in nutrition, doing well in secondary school. Everybody is praising success. Everyone, even the Nigerian government, is praising success. Now it's great pride. The person will feel to improve. It's great laziness. The person will not see the need to study more. Now, such situation, if the person gets to university, my God, I just pity that. Do you know why I pity the person? Because that person is likely to fail, and what's going to cause the failure is not because he or she is not intelligent, but that is where, or what's it called, improvement or hard work needs to be. Now, mind you, you're not the only one taking first in your department, in your secondary school. Other people that happen to be in department with you also, they are taking their own first. Now, what make you win on that platform, on that section, or let's just say on that department is hard work, is resilience, is persistence. You were you were carried away by the all applause, by the applause they gave you in secondary school, by the praises, and you feel not to work hard. It's possible that carry over go hit you. Oh my God, I'm feeling for you already. So what I'm just trying to communicate is just like I'm giving an illustration so that they want like illustration that you relate to someone in a secondary school when he or she was still in secondary school, was having good grades, and on that note everybody was praising such person, parents, everybody, teachers, a lot of people. Now it creates, as I said, pride, it creates laziness, it creates all of these things, and such student feels to improve more. Now when such student gets to a higher, it mustn't be in a university, it maybe any higher stuff or higher level, he or she is going to fail drastically, because on that place they are not talking about intelligence. You being intelligent doesn't matter alone, like your intelligence alone can't uh, 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 help you on that part. There is a necessity you study hard, there's a necessity you improve on oneself. So in such situation, such student is going to just fail because he or she did not build that it's just more like muscles. He or she did not build thinking and emotional mental and emotional or muscles. He or she did not expect see it coming. Now he or she is going to feel that is just it. This is why when how talent is not enough and how talented people can still fail. Now let me give you another illustration. Just like in still a secondary in a secondary school, an average student, he is not or she is not that good. Everybody is complaining, everybody is being like, you cannot pass, study, you're not studying enough. And mind you, is an average student in secondary school with a low grade. Just follow my illustration. Now all those sayings, all those thoughts talks and everything motivated such student or warranted such student to press more, to press more, to work hard in reading, to work hard in learning things, to work hard in his or herself. Now have you seen, that is a person that is not actually doing well, and a lot of talks, mind you, not praising again. The one that is talented is the one that they are going to praise and applaud, and by so doing it cause a lot of things. Now when such students is not actually doing performing well, a lot of things negative is going to come. Now most students that is wise other than notes will improve on that. Now it's gonna show you that those are muscles, those things are muscles and strength that is gonna save you tomorrow. Such students can happen to be in a university and outperform every single person and be a star. That is just one thing about life, and it's going to shock you. And I've heard some people say, "Oh, this guy in secondary school cannot even get good grade, but now he's excelling in particular." This is actually an illustration. Just that's just actually the art. Such room gave such students a room to study well, or press more, wants to challenge those people that are saying those things. Do you get it now? So being in this position, it's going to trigger and make you look for what you want. So such students is going to actually excel because not everybody there is facing that. Not everybody there was harassed or embarrassed that way, that made him to try more. Just like when you but the one that knows this, so you cannot, and people are not going to solve your personal problem. Or just like me, I don't know, I'm just trying to explain something. What you know it. People, or outside people are not going to know what you know. So it's more like innate something, and it's more like on yourself. And mind you, life is more like on your own. So even your parents, there will be, it gets to a point as an adult, they will start asking you, what are you studying here, your mates and all of stuff. They're going to start comparing you. So this is why you don't need to take any you don't need to lose your ground. This is why you don't need to play with your time. And he said time is money. The means or manner that you won't spend what's it called, 50,000 uh the means you won't while away 50,000. You shouldn't while away 3 4 hours on something that is not relevant or something that is not going to use value. This is just the fact. You should, as a youth, as a student, you should always equate time with money, because both of them are the same substance. They are more like equate. So don't while away, don't the way you won't spend your money, don't spend away time. So on that note, you utilizing time as a student is going to save you from a lot of stress, from a lot of embarrassment, and from a lot of failing in life. And you're going to thrive more, you're going to excel. So that's just it. And I think I still have some, let's say, notables. Okay, okay, it's more like notables, okay. Talents, okay, talent open doors, character keep you inside. Now let me explain. It's more like take home, I'm giving you, take it home for free. I'm giving you something now for free. Just take it, just take it. Talent open doors, character keeps you inside. How? As how now? Still ask as how now? Okay. Talent is more like I said talent creates opportunity. So when you outperform people where you do something excellently, applaud is going to come, and it's going to give you a room for other things, or people are going to be choosing you. So this is a way it creates open doors, or it creates opportunity. Now you reaching there without having sustainability, without having something that you can sustain it with, being good character, being having a solid foundation, being building some mental and emotional muscles and some abilities, you're going to feel. So opening door is not enough, it's what keeps you inside, what keeps it open. So that character, and that is more like your personal ability. So you having a talent is not enough. You should emulate or adapt to other necessities that are necessary in your life. That's it, guys. I still have another take home. Let me give you things to just take it home. Today is Sunday. Just take it home. It's free. Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work. I think I mentioned such here. When you're talented, you're not going to strive more. You're going to feel that it's still necessary to work out. You're not going to see things uh uh still necessary. You're going to feel reluctant, and someone somewhere out there is doing that particular thing, striving more. It gets to a point such person can outperform you even with all your talent. That is how talent, hard work can be talent when talent fails to work hard. So I don't be that talent that will fail to work hard. So just improve. All right, guys. So I think I still have some take home here. I think I still have some two take home, two things to take home. Gifted student feels when they stop growing. Now it's just more like when you need a particular thing, when you feel that you have arrived, that's stopping growing, and you're going to lose ground, like you're going to stop growing. That's just the growing there. Growing is just more like growth, improvement, daily stuff. So when you fail to learn as a gifted student, you'll stop